cooking? What we doing?
Here's the big one. I'm going to put in a trigger warning here because
Oh, a trigger warning.
it's gonna get, it may get to that level 10. TS Madison.
TS Madison came for me. I did a TikTok video in response. TS Madison was on Nene Leakes' podcast talking about DL men and talking about how women should get on the HIV PrEP medication. And, I responded, I do my TikToks and all that. And I feel that TS is a closeted misogynist.
Okay.
I feel that T.S. Madison is a sociopath with a lot of childhood trauma and psychological issues. I feel that T.S. Madison does not like women and enjoys the fact that the men that she sleeps with, she calls them straight, but they're actually straight presenting men who are actually gay. She enjoys the fact that she can send this man home to his wife after she done broke him in with her dangalang. She buck breaks. And buck breaking is something that our oppressors, the slave master, did to the slaves. They took a man's manhood from him by getting him in his hole. That's buck breaking. And that's why T.S. Madison will not get the sex change, because the thing in between his legs is what gets him money and power and fame, and he's sadistic and he enjoys buck breaking straight men and turning them out. So my video, for whatever reason, triggered a response video from T.S. Madison. Even though on TikTok there's multiple people, even trans women were coming against.
TS.
It's not just me. There's gay men. I've seen gay men attacking T.S. Madison. I've seen trans women attacking, like disagreeing.
So what do you feel, why do you feel you were singled out?
Because I spoke the truth.
Okay.
Timothy is a misogynist. He knows he's a misogynist. He's just a very delusional. I think Timothy is a sociopath. The problem with the trans community is this, and shout out to the DL Whisperer. DL Whisperer came to my defense when he saw that TS put that video out about me. The DL, spoke up for me, and he's still continuing right now to put his foot on T.S. Madison's neck, and I'm very grateful for that. T.S. Madison is there's two types of trans women. Let me get this out the way, because we as women, biological women, have been accused of being homophobic, and we're not. I love gay people, male, female. I have friends, There's two types. There's the trans woman that is against all this shit that TS is pushing. And then there's the delusional sociopath. Those are the ones that hate women. Those are the ones that think women are jealous. Those are the ones that want straight men who are gay on the low, DL men. They lie for them and they enjoy, them abusing their wives and children. Like, they're sadistic. There's a problem in the trans community, the LGBT community. Nobody's calling out these toxic sociopaths in these roles. I think T.S. Madison is a sociopath. And when T.S. responded to my video, she, admitted, I'm narcissistic. I am. But didn't know what sociopath meant. So a sociopath is reckless, impulsive, sadistic, I think in competition with the wife, knows that he is a fetish, but deludes himself that he's more in comparison to wife. And it's basically this. It's a triangle system. It's a love triangle. It's the wife, the husband, and the trans. If the wife does not expose the DL husband, and she just removes her, she finds out her husband is DL, and she says, you know what? I'm going to quietly remove myself. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to move far away and divorce him. That DL man is going to lash out at the trans. And the trans knows that. That's why the trans wants the woman to stay in place to keep the love triangle going.
So he or she can be able to do what they do.
Because the DL man is probably going to be paying the bills and giving some hush money or, buying bags, keeping the trans quiet and happy. And the trans, being a sociopath, is loving the money, doesn't care about the wife, and actually enjoys the fact that could possibly be sending the man home with disease and stuff to the wife. Doesn't care. The wife is the one that's suffering. The wife is the real victim in all this. It's two abusers against the innocent victim in a triangle system. The wife, and they're saying, oh, well, y'all don't need to expose the DL man because it's going to get dangerous for y'all. So what I'm teaching women to do is don't expose. If you suspect, just quietly make an exit strategy and leave. Pack up, move to 3 states, 4 states over, start a new life, get your divorce together. Just quietly leave the man, because I promise you that DL man is going to turn on the trans because the woman is no longer there to keep the love triangle going.
Okay.
The woman is what upholds the triangle. That trans woman knows that.
So that's
you
why.
hate the woman, but you need her so that the shit can keep going between you and the DL man. And if we speak up as women, then you want to silence us by calling us homophobic because you don't want us to learn. You want us to stay oppressed so that you can enjoy your fucking shit with the DL man. But you're nothing more than a fetish because he will not be seen in the public with you. You're just a fetish. You need the woman to keep your shit going. You hate us, but you need us. And you're mad that we're becoming educated and we're not putting up with the shit from the DL man anymore. And if the DL man cannot keep a grasp of his home life with the woman, he'll turn on you. So the agenda is to keep the woman oppressed and stupid, teach her to get on HIV PrEP. HIV is not the only problem we got to worry about. We got to worry about HPV, human papilloma virus, which causes cancer of the uterus, cancer of the anus, cancer of the throat. If we give the man head, we can get cancer here. HIV is not the only issue we have to worry about if our man is playing in the streets. So women are waking up. TS wants to keep us oppressed and stupid so that the fantasy with the DL man can continue and you get your bills paid and you keep getting money and laughing at the woman at home with the children.
The one thing
it's abuse.
I saw the video that he had put out about you, and it was just like it didn't sound like he was. Oh, excuse me. Trans was.
She's making fun of my looks, first of all, because I didn't have makeup on.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm a real woman, honey. You're trying to be me.
I don't
want to be you. I don't want no dick and balls.
That part was a little weird to me. But outside of that, I mean, like, how did you feel the entire video was? Do you feel like it was a whole hit piece?
It was a bias, yes.
Okay.
Because there were so many others agreeing and making separate videos saying the same thing I said, but it was something about me. It's just something about me.
So here's a question, right? Because I think I had asked you this, through DM. Would you ever try to hash it out and piece it up with a TS Madison?
No. TS Madison is a demon.
So you'd never try to squash it?
No. And I know TS Madison is a sociopath. That's the problem with the trans community. Half of the trans community stands for integrity and morals and being good people and not harming women or children. And the other half doesn't give a fuck about women and children. That's the sociopaths. We need to address the issue of narcissism and sociopaths and psychopaths in the trans and LGBT community and stop covering and protecting and enabling them. They're delusional and think women are jealous. They're the ones, they're fucking sick. They're sociopaths and nobody will address the issue. TS Madison is a sociopath. That's all this is. And when everyone's ready to have this conversation, TS is going to run from it. But that's what it is. And so many that follow her are sociopathic. and come from me.
Yeah, this is.
Shout out to the DL Whisperer too.
Yeah, he held you down.
Held me down. And they're like, oh, something bad's going to happen to him. No. You know, like, if you know what, that's why my name is Whistleblower. A whistleblower, if you look it up in a dictionary, is someone that calls out fraud against a whole entire system. They do it in corporate America and all that. There's always one employee that goes against the whole system. DL Whisperer is nothing more than whistleblowing on the bullshit, you know, and they're like, oh, he's scamming women. So what? I'll give him my money. If I'm trying to find out information on how I can figure out how a motherfucker's trying to scam me, I'll pay you. So what? He's making money off of women. If he's giving us information that would help us get out of an abusive situation, it's a win for women. Why are y'all fucking upset? Because y'all want to keep us fucking oppressed so y'all can live out y'all fetish and fantasy with these fucking men that are pretending to be straight when they're really gay on the low. So shout out to DL Whisperer. Like I said, he's blowing up fast, and you know, may God protect him. That's what happens. It's biblical. When you go against the whole system, yeah, people are going to want to hurt you and harm you. That's what happens when you're a truth teller. I know all about that. I've been threatened multiple times, but I still keep going.
You got to.
That's all, and that's it.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you know, the biggest thing is about being true to yourself, right? And the one thing that I heard in that video breakdown was she kept saying, you're angry. Why are you so angry?
Because of gaslighting.
Yeah, because it's like, I don't believe that you're angry at all. It's
I'm passionate, but when you are being gaslit by a narcissist, and TS Madison admitted to being a narcissist. Narcissists love to gaslight people. When you gaslight somebody, you're denying their reality. You're calling them crazy and nothing you say is real. So yeah, they're going to get angry as a reaction. You're denying, you know, and I can come with evidence and you're still denying what I'm saying is true with the evidence in your fucking face. That's gaslighting, denying my reality, my truth, my evidence. So you can call me angry. It's just a way to deflect from the truth that's being presented. The truth is, you think women are jealous of you when it's the other way around. You're projecting. You're the one that wants to be a woman, but you got a dick and balls in between your legs. I don't want to be a fucking man. I love being a woman. My boobies are real, my ass, my cooch. I look soft and feminine. I speak feminine. I'm a woman biologically, something you're trying to fucking be, not the other way around. So who's really delusional? That's all I'm going to say.
Oh boy.
With or without makeup, honey. And I don't want to be shaped or built like TS Madison either. Nasty, bad body builds.
Come on.
Built like Barney.
Come on.
Shout out to the DL Whisperer, by the way.
Listen, sometimes, SW, sometimes you got to take the high road. All right?
I've taken the high
Take
road.
the high road. You know?
I took the high road. But when they decided to screenshot my motherfucking face.
Yeah, that was nasty work.
And make it the topic of their talk show.
It's 40 minutes, too.
That must be a big deal. And
she
there's
kept,
millions of other people on TikTok.
And she kept saying, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm going to give you some shine at you. Like, well, you spent 40 minutes on it.
40 minutes on me. I got my own shine, honey. I don't want to do a sit down. I don't want to be on. If TS invited me on her podcast, I would say no. I don't want nothing to do with that. That's all demonic. That's a succubus Leviathan spirit in that person's body, and I don't want to be around it. And you will have your day. Okay, God sees everything. You will have your day. You're not a good person. You're a closeted misogynist.